Hello again and welcome back to Maria. This is the village of Croyden. And today I was just going to build a small little house right here. Let this chicken have a place to hang out. Maybe that pig too. This little piggy went to market. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we will start out by doing the standard thing that I do here, which is just putting these three apart. And I think this one I'm just going to make sort of a just a big rectangle. Make it really simple. And that way, I'll just go like one longer than we would if you were doing this, square or whatever. It's just, so it's not the same on both sides. That way it makes it easier to have a roof direction, otherwise maybe you want to make it just like a square, kind of like how the market's lower level was, where you don't have a peak anywhere. It's just the same on all sides. But so this is going to be 3 high, except for in the case on the corner here where it's 1 lower. And then we will do our stair steps. Oops. Darn little grass. Always getting in my way. So, and I think I'm going to put the door on the side where the market is. Although I may add like a back door as well, and then give this guy some farmland. And the reason I say that is because over off in the distance back there, you can see there's some farms. I think I want to make a lot of farms. So I'll make that the door, and then we'll look about giving it another one later. So then on the inside here, corners aren't important because you can't see them anyway, but we want to give the impression of beams. So we'll leave that open. And then you have the option of either putting a beam here or doing this, and because of the style of this one, I think it's going to look better if we do it that way and just leave that open. So that's how I'm going to do it. And then I could build all this up, but I'm just going to do this and then just say stack 2 up, and that'll go bam, done. And we've got our fun little snow chunks floating in there. I don't know why it does that, but looks like I missed a guy over here. Alright, so we got that done. Then we will connect these. And we may change some of those on the inside, like where if there's like a little kitchen area, oftentimes I will put steps in there just so it gives you the kind of like look of a shelf or something. And you can also put pretty much anything in the lower row because the stairs will hide it from the outside. So I'll put stoves in there sometimes. Figure those will be good enough for what they would use as like a fireplace to keep them, keep them warm. And then we need one more brick right there. So there's our entrance, which works. And we'll give this guy, he gets 2 torches because he's special. And then in here, for now, we'll just put one on either end. And then the floor, we'll first just get rid of this. And then I like to use the dark wood. So that is just, you can do, I can't remember the ID for wood, but it works this way too. You just type the name and then 3 is the dark one. So that's what I like to use for the floors in this build. And then I haven't decided yet if I want to make this a 2-story home. I probably will put like a bedroom and a loft area. So I'll probably do like a living room, kitchen, dining room kind of thing, all in the basement. And then up here, we'll just put the, what do you call it? Yeah, like the loft area on the top. So the way this works usually is I'll build like that. So you have sort of this like diagonal thing going on, and then you make that just one higher. And then kind of the same thing here. Sort of like that. And then I'll take these and fill that in, fill that in, fill that in, and that in. And then those will be our windows. And so the same thing applies on this side. And the reason I'm doing it back a ways is just because I want to keep this beam look. I don't want that beam to go kind of get lost in all these things here. And it also works for, I think it just breaks it up and just looks better, but you know, to each their own. And then we'll just kind of do this. And same thing on this side. And then we'll use the banding ones all along here. Someday I'll nail that. This is right now. Oops. Now here's the unfortunate thing for you guys that don't have World Edit, if you're playing on the server or whatever, is you can't move houses when they're off by just a little bit like this one. I don't like how close it is to that right there, so I'm going to move it down. And so we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Expand 8 because we want the ground as well. And then 5. If I do 5 space 5, it goes both directions, the opposite of where I'm looking and where I'm looking. And then we'll just move this down, I don't know, 3. And then I'll unselect that. And then we'll fill this back in again with grass. There. So that can, you know, fill back up with snow or whatever. I think I'll do that. Okay, so then the upper level, like I said, I think I'm gonna stick with like making this beam carry all the way around. Sometimes I change it up a little bit, but I think I'm gonna do that here. Just because I have to. Okay, so we've got all that done. And we've got that going on. Let's see, these guys. I want this. And then I'm going to have my fun little guy here. So let's do this. Let's go you, and then we'll go up 4. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll try this 10 minus the air. And that should leave all that stuff alone. Okay, cool. Alright, so we got that all done, and now we need to dress this up with these. And then we put stairs on top and one on the end. think these are actually going to be... No, let's go back. We're going to build the smaller version, which is this one right here. So we're not going to put those on the ends. I'm going to do away with that. It'll just be like this style right here, where it's just a single little peak kind of thing. So let's go back over there, and we could make it, you know, a little more ornate. But I'm gonna do away with this. So we didn't really need to. What's it called? We didn't need to do that. Move the house. We didn't need to do that. So. And then we'll go back to this side. You know, it's funny. Ever since I started building, I've been using this. You know, I was on the server, and I just did that because I want my friends to be able to come on and build and have fun. And so I've been on a server ever since. You know, so I've never really built in single player commands. And I watch all these other guys build, and most of them are building with single player commands, and they've got the other fly mode where you don't kind of slide when you let go of the keys like that. It's like you're flying on ice almost. And it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, I'm used to it now. So when I go into single player commands to do something, oh, look at you guys, you're cute, you moved. It's kind of obnoxious because with single player command fly mode, you travel the direction you're looking. So if I'm looking down and I move forward, I will go down in elevation as well. With this method, you don't. And so I'm more used to this. I like being able to just fly along, you know, looking down and just dunk, 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 dunk instead of having to be level or whatever, you know. So to me, it's just easier. And yeah, you get used to the kind of ice feel because you don't have it on the ground so much. I mean, you pretty much stop as soon as you move, but when you're flying, it just keeps creeping along. So let's use this guy. And what end do we want? Let's just put it here. And I could do, which I may end up doing, I could do beams because they look cool. And then that way this would be like the upper level, you know, kind of thing right there. And then right here we could put the ladder going up, or I could do a wall and kind of section off this area over here and then have the ladder go up on the wall. And then up here can be the beds. I think we're done with those, so we'll put beds. We'll put, definitely gonna need these. Definitely need that. And I need pressure plates. Probably don't need you anymore, but for now we'll keep you over here. And I'll need that. We'll need chests too. In fact, I can probably put it on my wand because I'm not going to use it. But so we'll go here, here, and I know what I'm forgetting. Bookcases. Don't need beds anymore, so I can do that. So back there I can decide whether I want bookshelves, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to fill those in with books. And then over on this side right here I could use solid, or I could use stairs, which I don't know if that looks good or if that looks funny. I think it looks kind of funny. I will fill that in later or just leave it. But I think I want to change, now that I'm done with it, I think I want to change how this works, but maybe not. So something like that. Wow, this is getting kind of jerky. I wonder what's going on. Let's just have one bed. And so this will be the way they get up. So we'll put some ladders. There's my ladders. And bed will be back there so I can make like a little chest type thing or whatever over there for them later. But for now, let's put the stove sort of under the bed, so it's going to go right here. Do I want it there or do I want it out one? I think I'm going to build it out one. So I'll put it here like so. And then sometimes I'll build my counters out of the same thing as my stove, and sometimes I won't. In this case, I think I'm going to go like so, and then we'll just put one of these on top so it's like a little cutting board thing or whatever. I don't know. And we'll build like a little single table, and then over here we'll build like a big chair, and this guy will be like Mr. Social. So he's got another chair there, and then we will just put his little hope chest right there. He hopes he has some more friends. And then up here we'll put one chest and call that good. Okay, so then I wanted to grab signs for the chair. And again, using like a couch probably isn't proper, for these kinds of builds, but people are so used to seeing couches and things that I don't think it's a problem if you do it. And that flower's bugging me. Hate nature. Okay. So yeah, that works. You know what? I'm going to change this up. Rather than doing that, I'm going to make it look like there's a chimney here. And then the bed. Let's see. Let's snag beds. Let's get rid of that. And then let's fill that in. And we'll fill that in like so. I'll fill the rest of those in later. So for the bed, I think I want to put it, let's see, let's put the bed right here. And then we'll put a bookcase. It's just going to give me books when I select it with the middle mouse button, which is kind of silly. There goes Mr. Barky Dog. So we'll do that, and then that, and we'll break that one out. So that'll be the chimney going up and outside. And you need some torches. There. So he's got some light. And then we'll give a little chest. Where's my chest? We'll put a chest. Yeah, right there. That'll work. I think I'm going to put bookcases back in that corner so you can have his cookbooks. This guy can be like a chef or something. So then up here, I want a couple more. And the rules with chimneys in the real world anyway is that your chimney has to be taller than 3 feet from the angle. So if this was, down here, it wouldn't have to be that high because you just measure over 3 feet and keep going up. That's modern architectural rules. But and it may have changed since. This is back in '91 when I was taking architectural classes. Yeah, you know how old I am now, but that was in high school. So graduated from '91, so I'm an old man. Anyway, it's kind of similar, you know, they just, you don't, the reason that you have it like that is so the smoke and embers and burning stuff like that doesn't drift over onto your roof and catch it on fire or discolor it or whatever. And I'm gonna sneeze, so I'm gonna pause this real quick. Okay, sorry. And still with a little jerkiness. I think that pretty much wraps up this build. So there you go, there's a little house. And I'll probably build a lot more. There's another style that I will show you. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is one that Arcadicus built, and he had a different Nordic style. In fact, he said that he was inspired to build this after he saw one of my videos. So I think he did a great job. It's definitely different than my style, but it's kind of similar, so it probably wouldn't be out of place in that town. Uh, if any of you subscribe to James B. Boy Minecraft, he's got a house that's kind of similar to this as well, except he has like these really long roof peaks that come out, and it kind of has like a sway where the middle part of the house is lower than the peaks. I like that one too, but to me it has almost like an elf feel to it, so I think I would probably put that in a separate town from the Norse town that I'm working on right now. But yeah, and then you use upside down stairs, and it's kind of funny because you go inside. This is it's more of a like little Dutch door thing. It's kind of neat. You go inside, and I don't know if he's planning on building more in here, like an upper level or something. And then those are just for like storage, or if he just it's just purely architectural design type of thing. But it's a fairly spacious house. As you can see, it's kind of the same as mine. It's actually, yeah, it's roughly the same size, but when you go outside, you'll notice that he's only got 2 blocks in between. So if he bumped this out to 3, it would be bigger than mine inside. So he, you know, he kind of has the same kind of beam feel, but it's a little different, and you know, it still works. Wait, that's all I want to show you for now. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.